Alrighty, how we doing, everybody? I know I've been gone for a week, and yeah, it's been one hell of a week. Getting used to this whole working from 9 a.m. till midnight. That is something special. And plus there was a lot of rain during the week, so I really couldn't ride, which was upsetting because I really wanted to. I am one video behind right now. I do have one more video that I do have to post, just haven't had the time to do so, so that'll go up today. And I'm also working on a compilation of my jokes and funny stories. So for all you who haven't seen any of my old videos, you'll realize that there are 3 different bikes. Because I have owned 3 different bikes. There's a low-flying plane over there. But anyway, my week was, as I said, fairly interesting. And very tiring. Let's see. Be careful of the gravel and go. And turn off that turn signal. Word, I gotta go. I don't know what that was. But anyway, it was a good week. I started working from 6 to midnight. 3 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of shoplifting going on. And a lot of interesting people. A lot of women not wearing bras and flaunting it. I mean, me as a single man, yay! But, you know, I'm a boob guy. I enjoy it, but I don't, you know, I'm not like this younger generation where, oh, I'm gonna sit and stare at it and Google at it. Oh, I'm drooling. Or pull out my cell phone, take pictures or video or whatnot. No. Take a quick glance and continue on my way. You know, still gotta have some kind of self-respect. But I digress. I had a guy come in. Well, there was a guy there standing over by all the nuts and bolts and screws, and he was an interesting type of guy. I'll leave it at that. But you know, I walk up and it's like, hey, is there anything I can help you find? And he's like, yes. And he hands me a screw and he's like, I need one just like this, but just a little bit longer. And in my mind, I'm saying, that's what she said. I'm like, okay, is it, you know, metric or whatever? And that guy probably thinks I was waving at him. But just as I was getting ready to, you know, ask him about, you know, after I asked him metric, regular, whatever, or that way I know what kind of screw he needs. That's what she said. He looks at me with a serious face and says, I dropped my nut. It took a lot for me to keep a straight face and not giggle. But he's like, yeah, and I think it rolled up underneath the rack. And I'm like, oh. Okay, so I find something to fish out his nut. I didn't really think this through when I was telling this story, but oh well, carry on. So turns out that his nut was not under the rack, it was sitting just on top of it. And so I was like, is this it? And he was like, yeah, that's it. So I found his nut, and for the first time in my life, you know, my being down, hunched over on my knees looking for, don't go there, I wasn't doing that, wasn't down my knees looking for a nut, not like that. Oh shit, my other turn signal broke off. Oh shit, that's not good. The fuck, the bike's only, what, it's an 18? It's 24 now, it's 6 years old. Well, I still wouldn't think that it'd be like that after 6 years. Anyway, let's hope it doesn't fly off. But my knee started hurting, and you know, I have a co-worker that started roughly, maybe just a little bit before I did, and she you know, so I tell her the story, and you know, she starts laughing after I'm telling her that, yeah, there was a guy looking for a screw and a nut. She smiled and just walked away and giggled. And after I helped the guy find what he was looking for and he left, you know, my knee was hurting, just the outside of my knee. And you know, I'm like, I shouldn't have helped that guy, you know, find his screw and his nut, because now my knee hurts. And she started laughing. She's like, are you always like this? And I'm like, yes I am. I'm even worse at times, but I filter myself at work because I don't want to get in trouble. So yeah, there's that. And earlier in the week, when I was at the dealership, you know, I was I don't know if you ladies know this, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When it comes to the men's room, it's very rare. It's like an unspoken law that you don't speak when you're in the men's room. You know, you'll glance and nod. That's pretty much about as far as it goes. What are you doing? Why are you going so slow? I mean, you weren't even doing 25. But anyway, it's an unspoken law that, you know, you really don't speak to anybody unless you know them. You know, you're very good acquaintances or friends. So one of my colleagues walks in. I'm standing at the urinal, mind you. All right, I'm doing my business, and he comes in and goes to the urinal next to me. There's a partition there, so don't worry. I wouldn't look anyway. But he just, you know, he starts going. He's like, and I kind of glance over at him. I'm like, yeah, this feels better than having a finger in your butt. And then out of nowhere. See, I thought I was the only one in there, but I hear a voice coming from the stalls going, "What the fuck?" And we start laughing. I fuck around with this guy all the time. He went through a bad spell, and I kept a smile on his face. Kept his spirits up the best I could. Helped him out. He appreciates it. So, but yeah, he understands my humor. You know, he'll see me walk into a room and he's like, "Larry, no, I can't. Not today. I can't with you. I just can't." And that's just a sign for me to mess with him. But yeah, that was quite the funny parts of my week. See, sometimes that's my downfall. You know, people usually get my humor. They understand me in the way that I am, but it's customers and people around me that I don't know that are there. Those are the ones that kind of get caught off guard when I say things, and I turn around and there they are, and I'm like, oh, and I just put my head down and I say, "I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Please don't be angry with me, and don't complain to anyone about me." And 9 times out of 10, which I haven't found that 10th person yet, knock on wood as soon as I find some, but they end up laughing and they're like, "No, that was really good. I might use that." So, you know, I consider that like collateral damage. You know, people in the line of fire but don't know they're in the line of fire, and I don't know that they're there. They're just there. And well, yeah, that it happens a lot. It really does. Man, that's upsetting about my turn signal. I'll have to play this video back and find out when it fell. Because when the first one fell, I thought somebody did it at work, walking past my bike and hitting it, not realizing that they broke it off. And then I watched the video and it was there, and it just started flopping more and more and more, and then it just, like a lipstick, just laying there flopping in the wind. And there's nothing I can do about it right now. That's gonna be costly. I mean, my paracord repair worked really well. I might have to do the same thing on this side. Alright, I am back with a full belly. Some people are just idiots. They know that lane ends, but they try to push up to get in front of a few cars, which won't get you anywhere any faster, because your speed mainly is dictated by the cars that are in front of you. Plain and simple. You know, there's doesn't matter how fast, what the top speed is of your car, or how fast it accelerates. If you've got cars in front of you, you're not going any faster. You're not getting anywhere any quicker. Common logic, really. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can just go around them, but nah. 90% of the time you cannot. You're just stuck where you are. So just relax, calm down, enjoy the ride. Now if there's an emergency, well yeah, I can see why you'd want to get to wherever you need to go quickly. But if not, just relax. Because your speeding might get you 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes is a long time if you're waiting. But you could also kill somebody. Know what I mean? Wow, did I get philosophical after eating lunch? Holy cow. Why am I so philosophical all of a sudden? You know, here, before I go to lunch, I'm all laughing, joking, telling stories of the week, and now I'm all philosophical. What in the world? And I'm really not a philosophical person. I'm just a person with common sense. Most of the time. Most of the time. Those kind of look like tobacco plants. Wait till they mature. Sneak it on the field, grab you some tobacco leaves. Roll your own cigarettes or cigars or whatever. You'll have a lot less chemicals on it. Can't guarantee it's going to taste any better than... It might actually taste like shit. Hello, horsey bum. Nothing like looking at the ass end of a horse. Didn't want to see that, but you know, it's there now, ingrained in my memory, in my mind. Kia Sorento. I've heard a lot of bad things about Kias. Don't you do it. Thank you, old man. Thank you. You're so very kind. Yeah, that compilation I'm working on is going to take a while, because I'm going through all of my videos and I have to watch them to find the jokes and the stories. Because I used to put in the title, you know, I tell a bad joke, or I tell a funny story, or this and that. But I don't anymore. So I gotta watch all the videos to find the jokes and the stories. So that's gonna take a while, because I got a lot of videos. I admit, not all of them are good. I sit there and I cringe watching it. But it's content. Even if I'm not content with it. See what I did there? Ooh, we got some old school Harleys. old school Harley riders, I should say. If I was wearing just a vest and a half helmet like they are, I would have had a hell of a lot more damage on my body with my accident. Faux show. One of my colleagues actually got in a motorcycle accident not long after I did. And he doesn't wear gear. And he splintered his elbow, I think is what he did. He did some kind of damage to his elbow. He had road rash all over his arms. A woman pulled out in front of him from a side street. So I think he's suffering from a little PTSD, because before that he used to ride almost every day if the weather was permitting, and then after that not so much. I was kind of the same way. The PTSD was kind of there. But it really wasn't all that bad. That pizza cheese stuck between my teeth. I think it was pizza cheese, or it was sausage skin. That's bad. That sounded bad. That sounded absolutely terrible. But I was gonna ride longer today, but with that turn signal the way it is, take it home and fix it. But next chance I get, I'm gonna do another little country ride. Go down some other country roads. Roads that I've never been on. See if I can get myself lost. And then see if I can find my way back without pulling my phone out. See how well see if my sense of direction has gotten worse. I've never had to utilize it in a while. So I'm gonna see how well it works. If it's rusty or if it's still on point. We will see. Oh, show. Bronco. 41 acres. Man, I noticed that, you know, when there's like large acreage like that, it is shaped, it's in the weirdest shapes. Like, if you've watched, I don't know if you guys have watched Secret of Skinwalker Ranch on the History Channel. Interesting stuff. I read a lot about that place years ago, and it's cool that they have a TV show about it. But the property, they have a east field, but it's only connected by a small little point. You know, you have all of this down here and then a square off to the side. It's weird. I don't know why they do that with properties. Just make them square. A rectangle. Not like these trapezoidal, funky doodad hippie dudes, whatever you call them. I don't know. Technical terms. Man, this is gonna be crazy. Careful, careful, careful. There we go. There we go. A lot of sand and a lot of gravel on some of these turns. Intersections, I should say. Especially that one. Twisty toinies. Twisty toinies. I always do my twists. Go through the bends. In the middle of the lane. Because there's 3 different spots in the lane. This is spot 1. Yeah, this up here along the line, that's 1. This is 2, and this is 3. I stay in the middle when I'm going through the twisties. That way, someone overshoots, I don't have to make a big adjustment. Well, thank you for joining me on my little ride there. Again, I talked all the way to my, almost all the way to my street, but almost all the way to my driveway. So I figure in my little carport here, I would say, y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next one.